Hello everyone. You see this remote? It's completely unresponsive. You know that frustration when your remote just stops responding, no matter how hard you press the buttons or bang it on your hand. But in just a few minutes, I'm going to transform it into a perfectly working control again, using a simple trick and some items you probably already have at home. Watch now to learn this handy fix. I'm taking a closer look at the remote. It looks perfectly fine on the outside, but it's just not responding to any commands. The power button and other functions are completely dead. I'm going to open the battery compartment to check the batteries. It's usually the first suspect when a remote stops working. I'm taking out these batteries to see if they're the problem, but oftentimes, it's not just about fresh batteries. With the batteries out, I'm going to carefully pry open the remote casing. I'm using my screwdriver to gently separate the remote's casing. You need to be very careful here not to damage any of the plastic clips or the internal components. I'm slowly working my way around the edge to avoid any unnecessary force. With the back casing removed, I can now carefully lift off the front panel, revealing the button pad and the main circuit board underneath. You can see the rubber button pad, which has conductive contacts on its underside. Here's the main circuit board. You can clearly see the green surface with all the intricate copper traces and small contact pads. These pads correspond to the buttons on the remote. Over time, these contact points can get dirty or corroded, preventing the buttons from making proper contact and sending a signal. To fix this, I'm going to use some ethanol and a cotton swab. I'm just pouring a small amount into the cap, which will be enough for our task. Ethanol is a great cleaner for electronics because it evaporates quickly and leaves no residue. I'm dipping the cotton swab into the ethanol and carefully wiping down all the contact points on the circuit board. It's crucial to clean each one thoroughly to remove any dirt, oil, or corrosion that might be interfering with conductivity. This step is essential for restoring the remote's functionality. I'm continuing to meticulously clean every single contact point on the circuit board, making sure they're sparkling clean. Look how much dirt is coming off onto the swab. This really highlights why this step is so important. A clean surface means a reliable connection. Leave a comment and let me know which country you are watching from. It's great that we can connect and chat from all over the world. Next, I'm moving on to the rubber button pad. Just like the circuit board, the conductive pads on the underside of these buttons can also accumulate dirt and lose their effectiveness. I'm using a fresh cotton swab with ethanol to clean each of these tiny black conductive pads thoroughly. I'm making sure to give special attention to the frequently used buttons like the power button, volume controls, and channel changers. These tend to wear out or get dirty faster. By carefully cleaning each one, I'm preparing them for optimal performance once the remote is reassembled. It's a repetitive task but vital for a successful repair. After cleaning all the individual button contacts, I'm now done with the scrubbing. If you find this video interesting, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any interesting ideas coming soon. The rubber button pad is looking much better, and all the conductive surfaces are clean. This greatly improves the chances of successful button presses, but there's one more trick for those really stubborn worn-out buttons. For buttons that are heavily worn or still unresponsive, I'm going to create small conductive patches using aluminum foil from a pill blister pack. This foil is thin, flexible, and conductive, making it perfect for this purpose. I'm carefully cutting out small squares from the foil. These little pieces are what we'll use to reinforce the conductive pads on our remote's buttons, especially any that are particularly worn out. This helps ensure a strong, reliable connection. I'm carefully applying a tiny drop of super glue to the center of the worn button contact on the rubber pad, then gently placing a small square of aluminum foil on top. I'm pressing it down firmly with my small tool to ensure good adhesion and contact. I'll do this for the most critical buttons like the power button to give them extra conductive power. This is a common and effective hack for old remotes. With all the new foil contacts securely in place on the button membrane, it's time to reassemble the remote. I'm carefully placing the rubber button pad back into the front casing, aligning all the buttons perfectly. Next, I'm carefully aligning and placing the circuit board back into its designated slots within the remote casing. Every component needs to fit snugly. I'm closing up the remote's casing, ensuring all the clips snap into place. Then, I'll put in the fresh batteries. Make sure they're oriented correctly for positive and negative connections. Finally, I'm closing the battery compartment, and with a satisfying click, our remote is fully reassembled. I'm pointing the remote at the television, pressing the power button, and there it is. The TV turns on instantly. The remote is working perfectly, just like new. I can effortlessly change channels, navigate through the menu, and even adjust the volume. It's amazing what a little cleaning and a clever trick with aluminum foil can do. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe to my channel for more useful DIY tips. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.